Hi, I'm George, the Weather Dad, to take a look at the remainder of this week and on into next week. And if you're tired of the cold like I am, well, next week just might give us that relief we're looking for. But unfortunately, don't expect it this week, and here's why. Here on Wednesday, the well below normal temperatures still holding firm. Normal high temperatures should be in the lower 40s. I don't think we're going to see it this week because that's Wednesday. There's Thursday. Now there's Friday, but I also now want you to take a look at this purple. This is Arctic air, and if you've been watching the weather maps, you know that purple's been in our backyard over the last couple of weeks. But fortunately, though, watch what happens here as we head on into the weekend. It pushes its way more into New England. We're going to get a nice little wedge or so, some cold air, which will keep us below normal. But I don't think we're going to see anything below zero because it looks like that's going to be focused up into New England. And then as we head on into Sunday, it parks itself there. It is not going to be a nice weekend up into New England. It's not going to be that great here either, but it's not going to be as cold as it has been. But also I want you now to notice this little pocket of warm air there that looks like it may start sneaking its way into our backyard by the middle of next week. You kind of see here, this is on Wednesday. We got a developing system, may bring us actually some rain across the area, may help start melting some of the snow that we have out there. But this is on Wednesday, so right now it's starting to look up a little bit better for next week. Now, as far as precipitation is concerned, here's the frontal system that's pushing its way south, bringing some light snow to the Ohio Valley as we speak, but it's going to bring some showers and some cooler air down into the state of Florida. But other than that, it's really pretty quiet there on your Wednesday. Thursday, still not much going on. Maybe some light snow up into the Great Lakes region. You can kind of see some rain down into Florida again as that front pushes its way through. By Friday, maybe a little bit of snow into here in the Ohio Valley, a little bit colder again, but that's that real cold air that's locked up in Canada. It's going to be filtering down into the Northeast. By Saturday, pretty much drying out. But I also now want to draw your attention to the Pacific Northwest. Remember, the rule of thumb is when the West Coast gets wet, we get warm during this time of year. So keep an eye on that. That is on Saturday. Now watch what happens on Sunday. Starts pushing its way a little bit further south. And now by the middle of next week, watch what happens. Looks like there's a storm system that's brewing out in the Pacific. And if it does slam into California, well, it looks like then we may see more what we call a zonal flow, which would give us that warmer air that we so desperately need. And if it happens, this area of precipitation should fall in a liquid form, not the frozen form that we have been putting up with the last 2 weeks or so. So the bottom line is, maybe another real cold week ahead of us. After that, we might start seeing a warming trend. So stay warm. I'm George, the Weather Dad.